Alright, it is August 14th, and this is going to be my last and final update on the plants. So there's the Echinacea purpura right there. It tilted over and fell. I cut some of the already flowered heads off, and there's one right there. So I could just, I don't know, let the plant stand up more, but it didn't really work. And you can see the new growth here. That's like the bright green. And then it got kind of chewed up by the bugs, but that's what it's here for, to support the local animals. This is the, oh my gosh, I didn't even notice this one when I walked by it. This is the sneezeweed, Helenum autumn nail. Yeah, let me see if I can get this to focus. Here. Put my hand, I'll do the trick and put my hand behind it. Yeah, right there, look at that. And then some of the small flower heads that are gonna bloom. So this is done pretty well. A lot of the growth underneath has died, but that's kind of typical. And when it goes through transplant shock, I threw hot sauce on it. Like, I went through an entire small vial of hot sauce trying to get the rabbits to stop eating it, but it burns the leaves, which is really interesting. It's like a chemical burn. Even though that capsaicin is naturally found in plants, it was strong enough to damage the leaves, and it burned them. Like, these are all hot sauce stains. There's some right here, there's some right there, there's some right here. And I was told that like hot sauce would work in protecting against pests, but really you just want to put it in the dirt, so like they'll dig through it. And so these have already made eggplants. This is the Ichiban variety, and I cut them off, and there's some that are growing again here. Oh, it was focused before. Here. Yeah, there we go. That's a flower that's ripening into an eggplant. And then there's some fresh eggplants right here. This small one kind of reminds me of a jelly bean. But these are nowhere near ripe enough to pick. And then, I just have the plants here and they're not doing too much. I figured you guys would want to see it. Here. Yeah, this is the Sedum Trentium. I don't know the scientific name. It's a wild stone crop, but it's barely grown at all. I don't think it's going to survive the winter, but that's okay. I have the wild geranium growing in its place, and then I have the Veronica spicata. Yeah, I have that right there. That's doing okay. It finished flowering and now it's going to seed. But all this light green stuff is the new growth. Yeah, all the light green is new growth. And so these are the native violets that I've taken out of lawns and pretty much my lawn, and I also didn't go to some public parks to get them. And so you can see they all have the heart-shaped leaves, and there's other plants like that look like them, like nipplewort, that has similar looking leaves, but they always have to be heart-shaped for it to be violet. And on some of them you can even see flowers are starting to come up. So I have all these. I have like this entire fire table is full of them. Yeah, on this entire fire table. This took a lot of effort. Like, this wasn't like a joke. I burned some of the leaves again with hot sauce, because the rabbits kept eating them, and I got fed up with it. So I accidentally burned some of the leaves. And then, yeah, so I burned some leaves right there. The holes were from being eaten by rabbits or bugs. But, like, this is strictly from hot sauce stains. Or, like, the chemical burn. And then, you can see this one. I didn't show these last time. But this one's new. Like, I dug this out of a public park. And I had to explain to the people that were asking me questions what I was doing, to avoid, like, authorities getting called. But these, all those, like, dead heads and stumps are from, like, rabbits eating it. And I have some more stuff right here. And then you can see right there. Yeah, right there. And let me see if I can get it better focused. That's a flower head that's ready to come out. It's going to take a while, and I'll probably be back at school when I see it come out, but it's doing its thing. And so here's some ones where it's just the itty bitty leaves because everything else got eaten away. And there's some more, but I put a lot of effort into this. And I want to make this video at least 10 minutes long, and I have a lot of stuff to cover, so I'm going to move on now. These are the other violets. So they look better. I don't know if any of these are, like, what species they are. I know they're in the genus Viola, but there's some right here and there. In this one, I had something growing in here, but I just ripped it out. It was a pepper that wasn't going to make it, and I'll just use the dirt for something. This one, like, what I notice is I'll dig it up and there will be a lot of grass, and instead of, like, wrestling with the roots and tearing them out just to get the grass out, I just let it all grow because it's more destructive, and I'll wait for, like, just to kind of pick it out than it really is to just leave it there. There's some right here. There's another leaf. Yeah, there's a lot of these. I put in a lot of effort with this, and I hope you can tell. I have this hose going. I don't think I had this set up last time, but these are the Silphium laciniatum, lactinatum, and I'll go around and I'll show you. But first, this is the eggplant I was growing. The Black Beauty variety. And so it's getting heavy enough that's weighing it down, but these aren't ready for harvest yet. And there's the other one right there. But yeah, this is definitely a success. I started pretty late in the season for eggplant, but it turned out really well. And these are the best violets. Oh, what is this? Is that a slug? Oh, no, it's not. Just a seed casing. Yeah, but these are the violets I put into the raised bed, and no animal has been able to get to these. And this is what they should look like, ideally. And then you can see right there, those are all the flower heads that I want to come out. And the flowers kind of come from the bottom and not really the top like they normally do, if you know what I mean. There, so there it is. There it is again. And then here's the Ozark Sundrops that I planted in here. It hasn't really grown very much, and it's, I think it'll make it because it's a native plant, but it hasn't grown too much, and that's been a little disappointing. But yeah, on to more stuff. Okay, these are the labia. Yeah, these are the labia plants. You can see it has a inflorescence flower stalk that's going to take off anytime now. So there we go. And then, oh, there's the first flower, it's blooming. Yeah. Right there. And then here's the other one. These weren't there earlier. I planted them there recently. And these are the Silphium lactinatum that I planted, the compass plant. I put like a ring around this because I didn't want it to get damaged by the lawnmower anymore. And these, I checked, are a slow growing plant and they can live upwards of 100 years. So it's going to be a long time before I see these at their, like, their full glory. But yeah, it's pretty much the same, but there's a lot of new growth, and you're going to be even more impressed when you see this area. The Asclepias incarnata is done flowering, and all these are seed pods, and you can see all like the little insects on there. I'm not sure what they are. There's so many of them though. There's some right there, and the yellow ones are aphids. So there's a lot right there. And I had to cut the ice ballet swamp milkweed back so the GM florum would grow. And it hasn't really grown much. But it's still alive. And you can see some of the scarred, dying leaves right there. So it's doing that. And then this was not in bloom last time. This is it's Rudbeckia genus. It's the sweet black-eyed Susan. And it's in bloom now, and you can see the beautiful flowers. I mean, isn't that so pretty? It looks great. I'm very proud of that. And then the Allium schawanoprasum, the cotton ball flowering onion, is not going to flower this year. It's way too late in the season for that, but that's okay. This is the first time I planted it. And then you can see the Vernania. I don't know the scientific name. It's Vernania something. Looks like it's gonna flower, and it's grown a little bit. Maybe it's grown more than I'm giving it credit for. But yeah, there it is. And then the Ratsibeta pinnata, the purple coneflower, or the pale coneflower, has done well. So there it is. And then I put that like post up for the, what was it? The Liatris spicata, the white one. And then you can see behind there, that has really taken off, and I'm worried it might be an invasive. It looks kind of like bindweed, but I'm not sure, so I don't want to cut it down yet. But like, look at all that growth. Like, it's grown so much, it's really taken over. And then the cinnamon fern is right there. Here, let me try and get in there. I have to be careful and watch my step. Yeah, Osmunda cinnamomea. It's definitely grown more. I'll put some before and after footage. But it's doing fine. And then the Heuchera richardsoni is doing fine. It hasn't grown very much too. But yeah, I have the soaker hose going. And then these right there, that's the plant I was talking about, how it looks kind of similar to the violets, and I'll put up a picture to compare. But that's nipplewort. I'm gonna pluck it out of here. Hopefully it just gets flushed down. And this is the The other fern I put in the leatherwood. And then there's the wood sorrel pink root right there. I'll give you guys the full. I'm not sure what the expression I'm looking for is, but yeah, here it is right there. That's where the seed pods. Yeah, the camera won't focus. Yeah, so that's where the that's where the fruits broke off. But here it is, right there. And there's the Tradescantia ohioensis plant. Here, I'll get a better look. Yeah, so that's one of the, where is it? That's one where it's about a flower. Right there. And the flowers open and close all the time. But yeah, it's doing pretty well. Hasn't grown too much, but I think it's fine. Alright, let me get out of here without disturbing too many plants. The Monarda puntica has kind of taken a hit. Almost all the flowers are gone and the leaves are falling off. It's not that great of a sight. Yeah, can you see that? Yeah, but this is also called the dotted horsemint. And yeah, I hope it'll survive the winter. But I did a bad job planting that. See how like unlevel that is with the ground? And then here I had more plants. I had the big blue stem, the red October variety, and I'm not sure what that is. I'll put names up on the screen. And then the asters I put in, and then the orange coneflower. My mom picked that out. I would have gone with the purple variety, but she liked the orange. But yeah, these were just bushes before, if you remember. And now look at all that empty space. So yeah, that concludes the or no, that doesn't conclude the tour. Here, I'll show you the other plans. I have to be quick because I'm about to run out of footage. Yeah, there's the Heuchera richardsoni Husker Red variety of the foxglove beard tongue Husker Red. And this is the Monarda fistulosa. Maybe it's Bradburyana. And then this is also a alum root, I think. Just looking at kind of like the leaves. But you can see it has pretty little flowers. I apologize for my tone of voice. I'm very tired. It's hot. Yeah, but you can see it right there. Maybe I'll come out here at night to get a better imaging. But yeah, that concludes the garden. Alright, I hope you enjoyed.